We're back with Right to Life Radio. We're talking about Xavier Bacerra after this glowing, gushing piece about him, this feature published by McClatchy and their various Bs, Sacramento Bee, Fresno Bee, etc., talking about Xavier Bacerra and, how he's just such a fighter on behalf of those who need health care. Sort of glossing over his radical abortion advocacy, his extreme views on religious liberty rights of churches and how that would relate to abortion. So, Jonathan, I'm going to pitch this idea to you. Tell me if you think it makes sense.
All righty.
Here's this big puff piece on Xavier Bacerra being published now. And I ask myself, cui bono? Who benefits?
Andrew Cuomo? What? No,
what?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cui bono. So I think Xavier Bacerra has not thrown his hat in the ring to run for Senate in 2024 in California. A number of other politicians have done so, between Adam Schiff and Katie Porter and others.
It's a crowded field.
Yeah, to fill the seat that Dianne Feinstein's about to vacate.
Putting it mildly, that's a heavy lift to push all those people out of the way.
Now, often cabinet secretaries don't serve like a full 8 years with the president they serve under. And, if the president leaves after 4 years, then obviously he's also out of a job. Here's my thought. I think this is the career path Xavier Bacerra has for himself. And I think this puff piece is kind of step one in laying this groundwork. Xavier Bacerra will leave HHS in maybe late 2024, early 2025. Regardless of whether Biden wins or not, I think he will probably depart. Bacerra leaves. Bacerra is starting to get more attractive media attention with local California papers, let's notice. McClatchy has other stuff they own, like the Miami Herald, but this is chiefly running in all these California papers, Fresno Bee, Sacramento Bee, etc. I think what's happening here is Bacerra is setting things up so that he can run for governor of California in 2026. I think he seems not to be necessarily hyper tied to Washington politics. He accepted being a job as Attorney General of California. I think he wouldn't mind necessarily coming back to Sacramento. And I think that's what he's
where he
was
born. As it's
where he was born and raised.
Yep.
And I think he envisions himself as, I don't think Eleni Kounalakis, the current lieutenant governor, has much of a profile. I think he has a much higher profile than she does. And I think he probably bets he could win.
Well, let's also just say, looking demographically, the prospects of, yes, would it be amazing to be the first female Greek governor of the state of California? Sure.
But there's a lot more Latinos than Greeks in California. So maybe that's what he's thinking about. But I think that's my bet. And if that happens, again, Xavier Bacerra is the most aggressively pro-choice person in the entire Biden cabinet, and it would be a disaster if he became governor of California.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we got for today, folks. Thank you so much for listening to Right to Life Radio. We'll see you next time.